So at this point, you have practiced choosing notes on the piano and playing up one whole step and back, and singing down one half step and back. You've also practiced singing up a few steps in both directions within any given scale. I've posted an actual example from the grade 4 sight singing. And I'm going to go over some tips as to how to approach that. Actually, all of the exercises you've done will prepare you for that one example. What you may find, though, is that when you point to keys, you hear what the note will sound like. But when you switch to reading on the staff, it's just a lot more information. You aren't quite hearing it the same way when you're looking at circles on the staff. So you want to do a lot of back and forth. You can even practice one pattern. Let's do this one again. And then you might practice writing it out and just making sure you can follow along with the staff lines and hear the same notes. So the example that I've shown you starts on the G, so you want to match the G, la. And then you'll notice if you look at the example and you translate it to the keys, it's exactly mostly that range that you use when you tonicize G. La, 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 la. It has one more note, and you can see I can already hear it. Again, my singing voice is not intended to be a model. I'm just showing you pianists can sing when they have to in an exam. So when you're looking at the notes, what you'll want to realize is that memory is a major part of what they're testing when you do any kind of example. You want to remember what the G is, even though you go a few different places. So one way to prepare for that is simply to give yourself a note. I'm going to come down here where it's a little more comfortable for me. La, 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 la. So I jumped around a few places, but I want to make sure I can always come back to that starting note. You might actually kind of exaggerate it a little bit. Give yourself this note and then point way over here. You might even not know what it is. Wah! Sing something way up there. Wah! La! Can I still remember what the C was after I've jumped around a little bit? That's one good way. It's another way of tonicizing in a way that you really remember what that central starting note was for you. So if we come back to the example, it starts on G, and then you'll see that it starts just like the tonicizing exercise. La, 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 but then it jumps over the tonic, and you have to find the F sharp. La, la, la. So you can even point to it as you practice, but just don't sing it. La, 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 la. So now we're going to put in this other note. La, 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 la. And that's really the moment when you want to make sure you hear the tonic again, that that note has stuck with you as the central note. So work with these ideas, practice the example over and over. The app is great after you've practiced these steps a little bit, but the app doesn't let you look at it for a while and really practice it unless you kind of settle on that one example. So I find it also an important part of the step is to choose one example that you want to practice a lot, not just test yourself. Okay, have fun with it.